presentation of Orofino High School Baseball. Today, under the watchful eye of skipper Dylan Midstock, the Maniac squad goes toe-to-toe with another foe on the baseball diamond. Along with a full schedule of non-league opponents, Orofino faces off with longtime rivals Grangeville and St. Mary's in hopes of making another trip to the Idaho State Championships. So sit back and grab a hot dog and bowl of popcorn. It's Orofino Maniac Baseball. And now let's go to the ball field for today's presentation of Orofino High School Athletics on KLER AM 1300.
Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, we welcome you to a bright and beautiful day here across the Clearwater Valley. It's time for Maniac Baseball, as it is senior night here at the ballpark at Orofino, and the Moscow Bears have come a-calling on the Maniacs. We want to encourage everyone to come on down and watch this, what looks to be the last home game of the year for the Maniac baseball team, as they stand at 12-5 here on the season, and look to wrap it up here before we get underway with district play here very soon. CJ, this was scheduled for an away game with Moscow, but Orofino had lost a home game against I believe it was Kamiah Clearwater Valley squad, and because they had to make up a league game of their own. And so Moscow graciously agreed to come here to Orofino and play these Maniacs here so that Orofino would have a home matchup for senior night. And it's always tough when you got to play up a couple of divisions, as Moscow comes in as a 3A squad.
Oh, yeah, most definitely, and these two teams definitely know each other quite well, as once we get to the Legion season, of course, the Merchant and the Moscow Blue Devils are pretty die-hard rivals once, you get to the summer, and pretty close across the board at team-wise, so these players have all definitely met and played against each other, and they know what is coming competition-wise.
That's right. Here, Moscow, they bring in a stealthy record. They have played a lot of teams under them throughout the league and have come up with a very, very good record. And so Orofino, again, 12-5 here on the season, hoping for one more victory before we get underway, districts beginning on May 10th. And we should make note as well, the Orofino girls softball squad, they are at Moscow today for a single matchup with the Bears there. So, CJ, it just seemed like the season started a few days ago. I remember we started out with 6 victories, and we ended up, as a matter of fact, with 8 wins before we were suffering our first loss. And now here we are getting ready to wrap up the regular season. Where did the year go? I mean, we didn't even have a season last year, and now here we are almost at the end of the 21 campaign.
Yeah, gosh, it seems like you blink and it was over. It was such a hot start for Orofino, and so enjoyable to be able to help bring those live broadcasts and support the Orofino Maniac student athletes, of course, many of which it is going to be a pretty emotional night for, as their final ball game on their home field. At least that's we can possibly foresee, so that they want to go out on a good note.
Griffin Rod with his Moscow Bears taking infield, outfield right now as CJ and I look at it here at the ballpark at Orofino. Plenty of time for you to come, pay the small price of admission, get yourself something from the hot dog stand, and enjoy some great baseball. We're going to take a quick break. When we return, it'll be the Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores after this.
What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Student athletes are some of the hardest working individuals we have in our small communities. Up early for class and home late from practice. And when an injury happens, that's when everything goes south. Riverside Physical Therapy offers all our kids free injury screening to help them get back on their feet again. Visit Riverside Physical Therapy on Highway 12 today for your free injury screen to help you back on the field of play. Riverside Physical Therapy, backing all our kids.
It is time for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. Is pain keeping you from the things you love in life? Covering everything from rehab after surgery to sports injuries and everyday aches and pains. Schedule your complimentary injury screen today to see what Riverside Physical Therapy can do to help you lead a happier, healthier life. Other baseball action in the region today, a double dip for Lewiston and Lakeland. In Lewiston, the Clarkston Bams travel to Rogers. Of course, Orofino has Moscow in town here on senior night. The Pullman Greyhounds host Shadle Park. The Troy Trojans hit the road to face the Genesee Bulldogs. The Maniacs Central Idaho League rival Grangeville Bulldogs are in Kamei to face the Cubs. And Colfax has a doubleheader against Liberty on the road. In high school softball, the Lady Maniacs in action, as we said, a double dip on the road against Moscow. The Lady Bengals of Lewiston are on the road against Lakeland for a couple. Potlatch travels to Genesee for 2. The Kendrick Tigers are in Grangeville to face the Lady Bulldogs. Cul-de-sac is on the road against Prairie, and Lapway has a 2 against Troy. The Soton is on the road to face Lind Ritzville. Colfax travels to Liberty, and DeSales is at Garfield Palouse. In high school tennis, quite a bit going on the tennis courts. The Lewiston Bengals are at Coeur d'Alene and at Lakeland. Shadle Park girls are on the road in Clarkston. The Clarkston boys are at Shadle Park. West Valley girls are on the road against Pullman. Pullman boys are at West Valley, and CV is at Grangeville. In baseball yesterday, Genesee beat Troy 12-2. Kendrick split with Prairie. Prairie winning 11-10. Then Kendrick getting the second game 12-7. CV beat the Clarkston at JV 11-5, and the Maniacs swept St. Mary's Saturday by scores of 8-2 and 14-0 in their last action. Seattle Mariners are in action tonight in Game 2 of a 4-game series against the Houston Astros at Minute Maid Park, and will be on the air next tomorrow with Game 3. Tune in for pregame at 4, first pitch at 5:10 with Rick Riz right here. And that's schedules and scores, brought to you by Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the Moscow Bears returns after this.
When life throws you a curveball, your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers great features like money-saving discounts, cell phone protection, roadside assistance, and cash back. This card saves you money. Does your debit card do that? P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
In these tough economic times, we all struggle, but none more than our senior citizen population. At Orofino Marketplace, they wish to do everything they can to help take the strain off our golden generation. Every Thursday, shop Orofino Marketplace for a 10% discount on your entire shopping receipt. Senior Day discount is Orofino Marketplace's way to say thank you for your years of support and to give back to the community of Orofino and the surrounding area. Get more for your shopping dollar when you visit Orofino Marketplace on Michigan Avenue, Thursdays.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
Well, we're back here once again. I want to thank you for listening into Maniac Baseball here on AM 13 KLER. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, it is senior night here at Orofino, CJ, and right now Kathleen Tetweiler, the athletic director here for Orofino, going over the seniors. Some of these boys, started their careers when they were young lads. There's a young boy who's getting his very first baseball game today. He is my 7-year-old grandson, Nathan Switzer. And I just wanted to say, Nathan, go out there and smack the cover off the ball.
Yeah, we're rooting for you, Nathan.
All right, very good. So we just wanted to, and he's all the way up in Spokane. He can't hear this broadcast. Well, maybe he can, because you can't pick us up in Spokane. Did I ever tell you, CJ, I was listening to you doing a basketball broadcast for Orofino when we were driving into Spokane one night.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
We also should be on the YouTube so we could hear that one anyway.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we are on YouTube here at KLER AM 1300, so hope you'll listen in for that. But again, just wanted to send a quick hello to my grandson and wish him the best in his very first baseball game today. So, CJ, we have 4 seniors for Orofino that are playing their last home baseball game today.
Yeah, that we do. A couple coming courtesy of Timberline High. Rylan Larson coming over from Timberline, of course, a kid that does everything out on the field, spends much of his time behind the dish, and he's a fantastic catcher. But he can dabble in a little bit of everything. Devin Wentland, the long, lanky senior coming over from Timberline as well with Rylan, and of course he meshes extremely well, not only with the Orofino kids, but of course with the other Timberline teammates that came over with him. Braden Turcott, so happy to have him back on the team here for his senior year. Another one that does a little bit of everything and just a natural leader, natural athlete. Any coach is going to jump at the chance to have him on their squad. And same with this final senior. Man, this kid, no matter what he does, he gives 110%. He just leaves it all out on the field, including his hat many times, and that is Joe Sperano.
CJ, 4 years ago when we were doing a Maniac game, and I bet you we could go back and find it in the book quickly enough, that those last 2 seniors that you just spoke about, Joe Sperano and Braden Turcott, as freshmen, they were playing for Orofino's varsity squad. And so that's just the quality of kids that they are, and we wish them the best here on their senior night here at Orofino High School.
Most definitely.
All right, one more quick break. When we come back, it's starting lineups after this.
What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
If you're like so many who suffer from lower back pain, you should know you don't have to live with it. Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness Center can help you once and for all treat the pain without breaking the bank. Back problems are the leading cause of people missing work. Many times it's brought on by poor sitting posture, frequent forward bending, and heavy lifting objects. The highly qualified staff at Orofino Physical Therapy can help you when you start with a free pain assessment. Getting you pain-free, that's our goal at Orofino Physical Therapy. Preparing your 2020 taxes just got easier with the help of your Orofino H&R Block. May 17th is now the new deadline to file both your federal and state income taxes. H&R Block at 120 Michigan Avenue can help with answers to those complicated questions we all now face. Use the convenient drop-off service. The earlier you file, the sooner you get your refund. Call for professional help. H&R Block, Orofino at 476-5454.
Number 8, Chad Redinger.
And we're back here at the ballpark at Orofino High School. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with C.J. Thompson, it is senior night here at Orofino High, and they have just cleared home plate where all the moms and dads gave their kids big hugs and everything for the 4 seniors. And C.J., if you look into the grass directly behind home plate, the numbers of those 4 seniors, number 1, number 6, number 14, and number 2, are done in chalk in honor of those 4 seniors. The managers have shook hands, and they are heading back to their dugouts. It's time to start with the lineup for the Moscow Bears.
All right, visiting team on the scoreboard. The Bears in that leadoff spots will be catcher Mike Kiblin, followed in the 2 spots. Seems like this kid's been playing forever. Chad Redinger over at third base. He hit second in the order, followed up by first baseman Ryan DeLusa in the 3 spots. Barrett Abendroth will hit cleanup today. He's over in the hot hole at short, followed in the 5 spot by Cody Isaacson in center field. Right fielder Devin Conway will hit 6th, followed 7th by Dylan Decker. Over in the left field, Ethan McLaughlin will hit 8th. He's on the mound. And second baseman Jack Driscoll will hit 9th. Once again, that's Kiblin, Redinger, DeLusa, Abendroth, Isaacson, Conway, Decker, McLaughlin, and Driscoll.
Okay, the defense for the home team on the scoreboard, the Orofino Maniacs. We're going to start in right field and move our way to the left. It's Loudon Cochran, Joe Sperano, and in left, Devin Wetland. The shortstop today, Braden Turcott. At third base, Jaron Christofferson. Easton Schneider is at second. Dashel Barlow at first. The catching duties today are handled by one of those seniors that we talked about, Rylan Larson. And then Steve Bradbury taking his warm-up tosses out on the hill. Here's the throw down to second base, and we are ready to get this one underway, CJ. It's a big night for these boys. It's their senior night, and Orofino would love nothing more than to come away with a big victory over the Moscow Bears, club that is they're a 4A squad, CJ. I think I said 3A, but Moscow is a 4A school. Here we go as Bradbury, working from the right side, winds and fires the first pitch a little high for ball 1, and we are underway. 4:02, our starting time here at the ballpark at Orofino. Kiblin steps back in. The right-hander loads that bat. A curveball inside brushes him off the plate to push the count 2-0 now. We have this, the last regular season game for the Orofino Maniacs. Here's the 2-0 breaking ball that won't bite and come down into the zone. Ball 3.
Field looking fantastic.
Gosh, yeah. Remember how it started out a little brown at the very beginning of spring? The 3-0 is taken right down the pipe for a called strike to Kiblin. Yeah, we had brown patches everywhere. There are still just a few light brown patches, but my goodness gracious, what a gorgeous field. You couldn't ask for a better field to play on. The 3-1 is uncorked outside for ball 4. There's a walk issued by Bradbury to start things off here for the Moscow Bears.
Yeah, most definitely. Such a gorgeous facility. I think the best in Idaho at the high school level. It is just a shame that we won't be playing districts here.
Yeah, I'm going to be playing districts at Grangeville. We'll talk a little bit more about that as we move along. Kiblin with the lead away from first base. Bradbury with a move over to first, and Kivlin dives back into the sack. Yeah, districts have been played here for, it just seems like forever, because it's right between Grangeville and St. Mary's, the other two league opponents. But this year, Grangeville, who won the regular season, will host. There's the first offering, a breaking ball taken for a strike to Redinger. And so when was the last time you broadcast from Grangeville? You did that, 2 years ago, I think, didn't you, CJ?
Yeah, I think so.
Count 0-1 to Chad as he hits from the right side, that right foot on the chalk in the back of the batter's box. There's a breaking ball. Again, stays high for ball 1-1 now.
I'll tell you, this kid is dangerous with the bat. He's normally occupying that leadoff spot, and for good reason. It seems like we've been playing against Chad Redinger forever.
Time called, and I'm not sure exactly what that was all about, as our home plate umpire stood out in front of home plate. Looked like he was giving signs. So a lead away from first by Kivlin, and another move over to first base. A B move this time by Bradbury. Didn't have that quick snap throw that he pushed Kivlin back the first time around. The count is a ball and a strike to Redinger, hitting in the twos hole for Moscow. Bradbury comes to the plate. Pitch is going to be swung on. It's going to be hit high in the air, and it'll be the second baseman, Schneider, who goes over to make the catch. That was right between Schneider and Barlow, and Barlow was under it, but he went back to cover his bag at first, and Schneider comes away with the quick out on the pop-up to Redinger. So one away now for DeLusa. Hitting from the left side. And again, a nice lead by Kivlin. Being held on by Daschle over at first. Pitch is going to be swung on, popped up off with the mask as Larson behind home plate to the screen, and it'll make the screen for a quick strike on Ryan. Who was that? That was a young lady who made that catch there, wasn't it, CJ? I watched her, and now she's sat back down, but a bare hand catch by a fan down there. Good job.
I'm not sure. I know Braden's little sister was sitting right there, right?
It could be. And another move over to first, and again back in on his hands is Kivlin.
Of course, you know the Turcottes quite well.
Next door neighbors. They've been our neighbors ever since the kids were little. Pitch is going to be swung on. This one's going to be hit to right field and under the glove of Cochran. Loudon's going to have to go all the way back towards the warning track. Kivlin rounds third. He will score from first. Here comes the throw into the infield, and diving into third base is DeLusa. So DeLusa is going to motor his way all the way into third base, and we're going to give him a single, and then he's going to head to third on the air by right fielder Cochran, who got his glove down, and he just overran the ball, CJ. And so Kivlin scores to make it a 1-0 Moscow lead here in the top of the first. Abendroth takes the first pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. That's just unfortunate for Loudon out there in right field, CJ, a young lad who's getting the opportunity to start against a big school like Moscow, and he just didn't play the ball well. The 1-0 pitch is going to be swung on, fly ball to center field, moving back on it is Sperano. He turns, faces up, makes the catch. Tagging up at third is DeLusa. He will score to make it Moscow 2, Orofino 0 here in the top of the first. A sacrifice fly to Abendroth to give Moscow a 2-0 advantage now, CJ.
Yeah, quick two spots out of the gate from the Bears.
Well, I'll tell you, that was a heck of a drive by Abendroth, but just tracking it down well with Sperano. High and inside the first pitch to Cody Isaacson. 2 gone and 2 across here in the top of the first inning. Moscow making their presence known here. 2 runs on a hit and an error. Pitches swung on, strike 1. So the big left-hander, Isaacson, taps the outside half of the plate. And now the 1-1 delivery on the way is going to be swung on. A little flare to the third baseman. Going back and making that catch, Christofferson.
Popped out.
Oh, did he drop the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Holy schmoly, CJ, that looked like it was just a perfect catch. I went down to go ahead and get ready to put the K in the book, and I guess I was just as much as Paul. You got to track that ball all the way into your glove. And so Isaacson reaches on the air. That's the second error committed here in the frame by the Maniacs. And that will bring Devin Conway now to the plate. That's just unfortunate for the Maniacs. Bradbury fires a pitch, a bender that misses just inside, says our home plate umpire, ball one. Steven working from the stretch with a base runner on. That's Isaacson taking his lead away from first. Daschle extends that left glove. Bender, there is down to second base goes our base runner Isaacson. That had to have been a call to strike, but our home plate umpire just ran straight out. My goodness gracious, he says ball two. I'm not sure what that was all about, CJ. Our home plate umpire just got out from behind our catcher, Larson. Pitch inside for ball three.
Which is unfortunate for Bradbury. Changes the complexion of this at-bat.
So Isaacson away from second base now, the 3-0 pitch. On the way, there's a bender taken for a called strike to Conway, 3-1.
Had some good, crisp, late movement.
So the right-hander with his toes nearly on the chalk line at home plate. Here's the 3-1. That is a bender. Misses away for ball four. So Conway will reach a base on balls. The second issued now by starting pitcher Bradbury. 2 aboard, 2 across, 2 gone in the top of the first inning. And Orofino just struggling out of the gate here in this matchup against the Bears. So that's going to bring up the 7-hitter Decker. He is your Bear left fielder defensively when the Bears go out here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners will take their leads, not being held on. And the first pitch starts them out low, ball one.
Bradbury coming into the ball game had pitched 11.2 innings with a 4.8 ERA as Coach Midstock with a trip out to the mound to reassure his starting hurler here early.
Yeah, Dylan with a sprint out there. He wanted to make sure he got out there before Stevens started getting into any kind of motion. He's got his hands on his hip, and he's giving him some words of encouragement to say, hey, listen, just you got that curveball. You can throw it well. Don't try to drive it in there. Don't try and steer it in there. Just let it come out of your fingers. Let it have that natural effect. 1 ball and no strikes to Decker. And again from the stretch, Bradbury ready to go to work, and he'll deal. The pitch is going to be swung on, a ground ball to the third baseman, and here's the long throw over to first, and it is not in time. It's out of the glove of Barlow. Rounding third and coming home to score is Isaacson to make it 3-0. Rounding third and taking a look is Conway, and it is now 3-0. Conway stays put over at third, and Decker is going to reach on the air by the third baseman, Christofferson.
Yeah, you just saw everything go wrong on that play, going through the progressions. First wanted to make the tag.
McLaughlin steps in to take a first pitch for ball one.
First wanted to make the tag on the lead runner, saw that he was too far past, then shifted his gaze to second base. That was too late, and then tried to put too much on it to get Decker.
The 1-0 delivery is a strike, and here's the throw down to third, and back easily is Conway. But Decker takes advantage, and he has a stolen base. And so, again, 3 runs across, 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-1 taken for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike now. 2 balls and 1 strike to McLaughlin, hitting in the 8th spot here for Moscow. It just swung on, hit high in the air. Third baseman, Christofferson, moving back, but it'll be the shortstop, Turcotte, who makes the catch to end the bloodshed here. As Moscow picks up 3 runs on 1 hit and a couple of errors, they leave a couple out there. Bottom half of the first when we return after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
3-0 here as we head to the home half of the first. Take a look at your home team on the scoreboard. The Orofino Maniacs, the switch hitter in the leadoff spot, Braden Turcotte in the hot hole at short, followed by center fielder Joe Sperano. A couple of seniors out of the gate. 3 straight seniors. Rylan Larson hits third behind the dish. Cleanup duties go to the youngster Dash Barlow over at first base. And left fielder Devin Whitland will hit fifth, followed by Jaron Christopherson in the sixth spot over at third base. Designated hitter Bodie Howell will hit seventh. Loudon Cochran will follow in the eighth spot over in right field. And pitcher Steve Bradbury will round out the order. Defensively at second base, but not in the order, Easton Schneider. Once again, that's Turcotte, Sperano, Larson, Barlow, Whitland, Christopherson, Howell, Cochran, Bradbury, and Schneider for the Maniacs.
McLaughlin on the hill from Moscow. His battery mate Kiblin. DeLuca at first. Driscoll second. Redinger at third. Abendroth, the shortstop. Decker, Isaacson, Conway in the field left to right. Braden Turcotte will start things off, and the Maniacs have got themselves in a 3-0 hole here as we go to the bottom of this first frame. Senior night here at Orofino. Braden hitting from the right side, and the first offering is going to be swung on and hit foul up the third base line. So a right-hander out on the field. This is Ethan McLaughlin, CJ, and the first pitch he tosses up there, a fastball that Braden times up. He just gets ahead of it and fouls it up that third base line. Pitch is swung on, a little looper on one hop to the shortstop and off his left shoulder out into center field. We're going to give Braden a single on that, as that ball had a lot of down to it, CJ. You saw it when it hit that dirt there. It had spin as it came up, and it just missed Abendroth's glove, and it went and hit him in the shoulder and just glanced off the shoulder. So Maniacs have just equaled the hits that Moscow has. Sperano now will lead things for Orofino. Swings to the first pitch, 0-1. You can betcha that senior Turcotte and now Sperano ready to jump on this and make their last game here at Orofino High. Here's a move over to first, and sliding back in is Turcotte. They want to make their last game here at Orofino their best game, CJ.
Most definitely.
Count is 0-1 to Joe. Braden way takes off prior to the pitch by McLaughlin. There was a bunt attempt that goes foul off the bat of Sperano, and so Braden is going to have to head back to first base. But he had that stolen on McLaughlin.
Yeah, and a fantastic jump, and once again, he's got dirt on his uniform in the first inning.
Count is 0-2 to Joe. Here's another move back over to first base.
It's the mark of a warrior.
McLaughlin knew that Braden had taken off the pitch before, and so now he's going to try and keep him close. Oh, pitch that's over the head of Joe as he bends at the waist to get out of the way of ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And McLaughlin put everything he had in that pitch, too.
Nearly took off his head, and now stepping off the back of the rubber, McLaughlin.
Fantastic speed over in first base in Turcotte, as we just saw.
Here's the 1-2, swung on. It's going to be popped up. This one's going to make the screen back here to the fans who have come to watch here at the ballpark at Orofino. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with C.J. Thompson, thank you for joining in to senior night. The seniors here, Turcotte, Sperano, and then our two guys from Timberland, Larson and Wetland. Thank you. Thought I had it written down here right on my board. Here's the 1-2 pitch now on the way to Joe. Swung on. It's going to be popped up behind first base. It'll be the second baseman, Driscoll, giving chase. Now it'll be the right fielder, Conway, who makes the catch in the dirt behind first base. Wow, I'll tell you what, that's covering some real estate there.
Yeah, it really is.
You have to give it to Conway, who makes the catch, but he makes the catch about maybe 12, 14 feet behind first base. One gone now here in the Maniac half of the first. This is Larson. And now, nearly getting off first base and picked off was Turcotte. Turcotte put the brakes on about a quarter of the way up the baseline, turned around and dove back into first. Pitch is low. Here's the throw down to first, and sliding around the tag at first is Turcotte.
Man, does he love to get out and run, too. He currently leads the Maniacs in stolen bases with 19 on the season, and he's got a .950 stolen base percentage.
1 ball and no strikes to Larson standing at home plate. Runner goes. Here's the throw down to second, and sliding in safely at second base is Turcotte.
There's his 20th.
Pitch missed to Larson. 2 balls and no strikes now. So Ryland with a duck in scoring position here for Orofino, down 3-0 to Moscow here. And stepping off the back of the rubber, McLaughlin wants to look Turcotte back to the bag and keep him close. Turcotte away. And now the pitch to Larson swung on, a hopper to the third baseman, checks the runner. Here's the toss to first, dug out nicely. The throw back to third, not in time, and Turcotte has another stolen base. So Turcotte now at third. Larson, however, bounces out for the second out here in the frame, 5-3. Nice job by Redinger, CJ, to check Turcotte, but Turcotte just has way too much speed to throw across the diamond, and think you're going to get him on a third to first, first to third. So 2 away for Daschle, hitting in the cleanup spot. Daschle waves through the first pitch for strike 1.
Dash hitting .233 on the year.
Well, with the runner in scoring position, he needs to help the squad out here. Here's a bender that misses away for ball 1, 1-1 now. Wetland on deck for Orofino.
That's what falls on your shoulders in the cleanup spot. You got to bring them around.
1-1 to Daschle. It's a fastball, misses low and inside for ball 2. 2-1 now. From the stretch, McLaughlin has the sign. He'll come set below the belt, and he tosses a pitch outside for ball 3.
Good count for Dash to find something to score up.
Needs to put something down that right field line if possible. Swung on, a 1-hopper back to the mound. McLaughlin has it, and the easy toss will put the Maniacs away here in the bottom of the first. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left out there. We're through an inning of play, 3-0 Moscow.
When we come back, it'll be Driscoll, then back around to the top of the order with Kiblin and Redinger after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH20. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Bring home the win here on Senior Night to Orofino, sponsoring today's OHS broadcast for your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Orofino Builder Supply.
Well, we're back here, and the first pitch is going to be swung on. High fly ball, foul down the left field line. Thanks for joining us in. I'm Jeff Jones, C.J. Thompson. Jack Driscoll, just like that, has a long strike against him. It's the right-hander hitting in the 9-hole for Moscow. Ready for the next offering. Bradbury back out on the hill. Sends a curveball that's swung on and fouled straight back. 0-2 to Jack. Both Orofino and Moscow with one hit apiece. Difference here is Moscow has made hay on Maniac errors. They lead at 3-0. Bradbury working ahead of the batter. Here's the 0-2, just missing outside.
Yeah, a couple of tough breaks turned into a long top of the first.
Yeah.
Bradbury will see if he can settle things down and get into a rhythm.
Steven winds and fires the 1-2, swung on, fly ball to center field. Sperano, a senior on the squad, there with the catch, and there's one away here, again, the top of the second inning.
There's one you can always depend on to flash the leather for you defensively. Joe, a fantastic defensive center fielder.
We're to the top of the order now. This is Mike Kiblin. He reached on a base on balls in his first at-bat and came around to score. Pitch to Mike as a curveball swung on, and it has eyes right in the 5-6 hole out into left field. A one-out single for Mike, and Moscow back in business once again. That's going to bring Redinger to the plate.
Bat number 8, Redinger on deck number
This young man, CJ, he fouled off a pitch in his first at-bat that went a long way. Now he's back to the plate once again, so you know he's got power. Steven just has to remember what pitch that was that he tossed up there that he was able to square up. First pitch, a bender. Here's the throw down to second. Wow! And it is way high. What legs by Braden Turcotte to sky up there and bring it down. Kiblin with a stolen base, CJ, and that could have been even worse had Braden not been able to jump out of his shoes and bring that down before the ball headed out to center field.
Showing off some acrobatics.
Next offering up there is a bender. That is a ball, and the count runs to a ball and a strike to Redinger. Again, Bradbury studies the signs from Larson behind the dish, and from the stretch, letter high. A check of the runner. Here's the 1-1, a curveball, again, that stays high. Just doesn't have enough bite on it, CJ. You can see it starts high, it stays high. It just doesn't have that spin on the ball to help it drop down into the zone.
Yeah, he has not had that breaking ball working here so far.
The tall right-hander crowds the plate, and the pitch, again, high and away for ball 3.
Adding to your point, I actually don't know if you can find a pitch that this kid can't hit. He is a salty vet when it comes to high school baseball.
And the pitch is low for ball 4, so Chad will draw a base on balls. And that's the third walk given up by Bradbury since starting this game out. 2 aboard now with 1 away. That's going to bring up the 3-hitter DeLusa for Moscow. DeLusa singled sharply out into right field, but then the mistake was a 2-base error. Pitch is going to be swung on, and it's fouled away, 0-1. I have Loudon Cochran out in right field, CJ, but actually, yeah, that is Loudon. 0-1 to DeLusa. Opens up his stance, angles down that right field line. Cochran angles himself out in left field more towards the line, swings at a pitch outside, and runner Kiblin goes from second to third. Uncontested stolen base, and I think that's because Larson just lost the handle momentarily behind the plate. Staying put over at first is Redinger. So with runners at the corners with 1 away, the count is 0-2 to DeLusa. Next offering. Runner going, and on the hit and run, this one is squared out into center field. Joe uncorks, went over to the third base, and the no tag as Christopherson lost the handle on the ball. Kiblen scores to make it 4-0 Moscow. Redinger was as dead could be on a perfect throw by Sperano, but unfortunately Christofferson pulled his glove up and the ball fell out of his glove as he tried to make the tag, and so Redinger is safe.
Yeah, what a fantastic throw by Joe.
That's an RBI single for DeLuca.
On deck number 14, Isaacson.
And that's going to bring Abendroth now to the plate, hitting from the cleanup spot. Curveball away for ball one. Barrett flew out to Joe in center field, but sacrificed his at-bat as he was able to score DeLuca to make it a 2-0 Moscow lead in the first inning. The 1-0 now on the way. Swung on this one's going to be lifted out into center field. A nice catch out there by Wentland. The tagging up at third and scoring is Redinger. But what a nice play by Devin Wentland. Give credit where credit is due. That ball was fading to his left, and he makes a nice catch for the second out. Having to stay put over at first is DeLuca.
And Abendroth picks up another RBI there.
My goodness gracious. What a nice catch by Wetland. 2 away now, and a curveball drops in there for a strike to Isaacson. 0-1. Cody hitting from the left side, and a bit of a curve outside for a ball, 1-1. 2 runs across here in the second inning of play. It is 5-0 Moscow. And the 1-1. Missing outside for ball 2 to Cody.
Cody reached on an error in the first, came around to score, also stole a base.
And now the 2-1 is Bradbury from the stretch, deals to the plate. It's a good-looking off-speed pitch, just missing inside for ball 3. So Steven just struggling to find the strike zone, CJ, with just about any pitch that he tosses up there. The 3-1 delivery, curveball, ball 4. And so Isaacson draws the base on balls. That's the 4th walk given up by Bradbury. As, again, Steven just cannot find that strike zone. On the play, DeLuca moves down to second base. Again, there are 2 gone and 2 across. And this is the right fielder, Devin Conway. He had a walk, made it as far as third base before he was left stranded there last inning. Ooh, a good-looking hook, but stays high for a ball. Did you see the way that the curveball came out of Bradbury's hand, CJ? It started its way down almost immediately after it left his hand. The 1-0 pitch, curve stays high for ball 2, 2-0. And you got to wonder, CJ, just how long the Maniacs will have Steven out there on the hill as he struggles. There's a called strike to Conway, 2-1. Steven trying to battle his way back.
Yeah, I've been wondering the same thing, been trying to keep an eye over on the bullpen to see.
2-0 is a chopper towards second base, and taking it to the bag for the unassisted putout on Isaacson is second baseman Braden Turcotte, and that will do it for Moscow. They score 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 2 out there. It is 5-0 Moscow.
When we come back, it'll be Wentland, Christofferson, and Howell that'll have to get the bats going for the Maniacs after this.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Student athletes are some of the hardest working individuals we have in our small communities. Up early for class and home late from practice. And when an injury happens, that's when everything goes south. Riverside Physical Therapy offers all our kids free injury screening to help them get back on their feet again. Visit Riverside Physical Therapy on Highway 12 today for your free injury screen to help you back on the field of play. Riverside Physical Therapy, backing all our kids.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy say go Maniacs and win as we head to the home half of the second, 5-0 Moscow, Jeff.
Wendland's going to start things out here for Orofino. This is his first at-bat, already down 5-0, and he takes a huge wave at a pitch off of the dish for strike one.
Wendland, a tall right-hander from Timberline High.
Swinging strike two, Devin, as Ethan McLaughlin's coming out here, and he's just going to throw gas and challenge these Maniac hitters to anything that he tosses up at the plate. Here's the 0-2, swinging third strike, and Devin Wendland goes down on 3 quick pitches. One away. That's the first strikeout from Ethan McLaughlin, starting pitcher for Moscow.
Should be the first strikeout of the ball game.
It is. Christofferson now. Jaron, the Maniac third baseman, steps up, and he'll take the first pitch high for a ball 1-0. Jaron has worked his way up in the lineup to hit 6th. He'd started out higher a little earlier in the season. There is a swinging strike, 1-1. And then he dropped down as far as 8th just about 2 weeks ago, but now has worked his way up to 6th in the order. The 1-1 misses away. So CJ, as we've been talking about this, the last regular season game, unless they're able to find a team who wants to play, but May 10th is when districts will start at Grangeville High School. Here's the 2-1. Inside, and it tags Jaron, so he's down at first base, hit by pitch. That is the first real errant pitch that we have seen from McLaughlin.
It'll be a trip to Grangeville High School. Of course, Grangeville taking as that top seed. Orofino gets the 2 seed as they've been undefeated against St. Mary's on the year. Really, Grangeville the only team that's given Orofino trouble this year.
Howell, the designated hitter for Orofino, to the plate, and he's going to wave at the first pitch and lines it out into left field. A strong single from Bodie Howell hitting in the DH spot. Christofferson will move over to second base. Well, I'll tell you, nice job by Bodie Howell to say, I'll take your challenge, McLaughlin. You just throw inside, and I'll wave at it. And he hit sharply down the third base line.
Bodie showed that he could hit the ball a little bit right from his first at-bat.
Yeah.
In the Maniac uniform. He slapped a double over the head of center fielder.
Cochran, and he's going to wave at the first pitch, foul this one out of play to the left, 0-1. And what do we have there, CJ? We have some late-breaking news. So we're going to, Loudon steps back in. We'll catch up on this in just a moment. From the stretch, here is the 0-1, swung on a chopper over the left side of the infield on the second hop, handled by the third baseman, Redinger. He will make the transfer to Duluth for the second out, and on the play, Christofferson to third, and Howell will move over to second. So the 5-3 putout brings the second out here in the frame, and now we will see the number 9 hitter, Stephen Bradbury. Stephen can help himself here greatly with something hit to the outfield and bring home a couple of runs. And Bradbury way out ahead of a first pitch changeup, 0-1. Bradbury expecting first pitch fastball. He got a changeup, was way out ahead of it. Here's the throw over to second base, and sliding back in safely is Howell. Howell was nearly caught out to dry. He had a huge lead, and Abendroth, the shortstop, came in right behind him and put a tag, but safely was Howell back at the bag. Here's the 0-1, a curveball missing away for ball 1 to Bradbury. 1-1 now.
Prime opportunity here for the Maniacs to get a couple back here in this early 5-run hole.
McLaughlin straightens up, set below the belt. And the 1-1 bounces in and out of the glove of Kiblin at home plate. Ball 2.
So we do have a new game added to the schedule, and it will be a JV game, actually. It will be May third here against Lapway at 5 o'clock.
Well, the JV going to get a little action. That's great. The 2-1. Swung on, a sharply hit ball to the shortstop, Abendroth, and the transfer to first is good, and that'll put aside the Maniac threat here in the top of the second. No runs on one hit, and 2 left out there. It remains 5-0 in favor of Moscow.
When we come back, it will be the bottom third of the order for the Bears. Decker, McLaughlin, and Driscoll due up after this.
Coronavirus. It rules how we live, eat, and breathe. Now you can get reliable answers from someone you trust. Dr. Ann Lima and other providers from Clearwater Valley and St. Mary's hospitals and clinics will discuss the current health scare in a way we can all understand. Thursday afternoons at 12:20 and again at 5:20, medical providers from CVH and St. Mary's will discuss how we can all stay healthy in the shadow of COVID-19. A service of Clearwater Valley Hospital. Tune in on KLER AM and FM.
While it may not quite be summertime, it will feel like it when you step up to Augie's Deli counter and order your first ever hot fudge sundae. That's right, the flavor of the day is hot fudge over towering scoops of vanilla glacier ice cream, whipped cream, and the cherry on top. Surprise your sweetie and order it with 2 spoons. It's fine to eat one all by yourself too while surfing from Augie's Wi-Fi lounge. Hot fudge sundae. Order it at your next visit to Augie's Deli on Johnson Avenue, Orofino.
We head to the top of the third here at the ball field at Orofino High. Family Eye Care and P1SCU are proud Maniac backers all through the year here on a KLER. The Maniacs in a 5-run hole here. Jeff?
We're going to talk about that district tournament here in just a short bit, so we encourage you to continue to listen. We want to keep you up to date on what we know. Dylan Decker, he's going to wave at the first pitch, hit it high but foul and out of play to the right for a quick strike. Bradbury back out on the mound. So CJ, May 10th, that's a Monday, Orofino baseball will go to Grangeville for the district tournament. And the way it's scheduled to be, 1 will take on 3. So that is Grangeville, 1. Right now, number 3 is St. Mary's, and so that would be the first game. Orofino would play in game 2. Here is the next pitch, 0-1. That's going to be swung on, hit deep out into left field and over the head of Wentland and all the way up against the wall. And so coasting into second base is Decker to lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Moscow, again, with a 5-0 advantage over these Maniacs here on senior night at OHS. I'm Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson. Thanks for listening in here on 13 KLER Orofino and on our YouTube channel, KLER AM 1300. McLaughlin now with 1 aboard. Nobody gone here in the Moscow half of the third. Waves across the top of a curveball for strike 1. So, again, Orofino would play in the second game. That's scheduled for Monday, the 10th. Pitch misses away for a ball, 1-1.
It looks here as though they actually have two of the 3 in game 1, so it'll be Orofino and St. Mary's in game 1, and then Grangeville will play the loser of game 1, and then Grangeville will play the winner of game 1 back-to-back.
Curveball misses inside. What I started thinking of, CJ, was the bracket for girls softball, which is also on Monday, May 10th. The count is 3 balls and a strike to Ethan. Pitch is swung on. It's popped up. Off the hill is Bradbury, but getting called off. Larson will make the catch and foul ground up the third baseline. So there's 1 away as Ethan pops up to the catcher Larson for the first out. But we do know that the district's at Grangeville Monday, May 10th.
At number
that we do.
Driscoll on deck.
Jack Driscoll now, who was the first out to start the second inning off for Moscow. Flew out to right field. And a slider misses outside, so says our home plate umpire as he waves that right hand out and says, yeah, it was outside, it stayed outside, it's ball 1. From the stretch, Bradbury checks the runner. Now he'll come to the plate. The 1-0 curveball swung on, and there's no throw down to third base as the ball came out of Larson's hand as he caught that right hand behind his shoulder, CJ, and it's one of those whoops. Fell right out. He had an opportunity to try and throw Decker out, but the ball just came out of his hands.
Yeah, he's had a couple of issues hanging on to that.
A ball and a strike. Curveball swung through for strike 2. Driscoll stands even with the plate. And the 1-2 swung on and a ground ball to the third baseman. Christopherson checks the runner. Transfer is good for the second out. So Driscoll grounds out 5-3. Decker has to stay put over at first base. And how great would that be, CJ, if the Maniacs could get out of the frame without allowing a base runner to score for Moscow? They scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in scoring position. That's Decker over at third. And this is leadoff hitter Kiblin. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. He has scored twice already today. CJ's got a couple of stolen bases, a hit to his credit. This kid does everything in that leadoff spot for the Bears. The 1-0 is going to be swung on, hit foul and out of play to the right.
Yeah, most importantly for Kiblin is that he has reached both times. Of course, that is the job of that leadoff hitter. Do everything you can to get on base and set the table for those that come behind you.
Kiblin with that right foot on the back of the chalk line. Pitch is going to be swung on. Fly ball to center field. Joe ventures back, squares up, makes the can of corn catch, and just like that, Moscow goes down, and they leave one in scoring position. It's 5-0 Moscow as we go to the bottom of the third inning.
And when we get there, it will be the top third of the order for the Maniacs. Turcotte, Sperano, and Larson to the plate after this.
The spring merchandise book is now out and available to pick up at Orofino Builder Supply. Filled with fantastic buys for outdoor living, lawn and garden, tools, and a whole list of needs you have around the house. Come in today and sign up to win $500 in an Orofino Builder Supply shopping spree. Use your shopping giveaway to purchase anything from the spring merchandise book. Paint supplies, home essentials, even building materials. 2 giveaways will be awarded, but you must sign up to win by May 31st only at Orofino Builder Supply.
Life can throw you curveballs, but your P1FCU debit account can help keep you moving. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers 24/7 roadside assistance. This debit card fixes flats. Does your debit card do that? Open a P1FCU Preferred debit account in minutes at p1fcu.org. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU Preferred debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
Orofino Marketplace, Les Schwab Tire, backers of the Maniacs on KLER. CJ, big difference in this game, of course, the score itself 5-0, but Moscow has had 10 base runners on. Orofino has had 3. And so here in the bottom half of the third, Orofino's going to have to really start to make some hay because it doesn't look like Moscow is in danger anytime soon of quieting down this offense that they've brought to the ballpark at Orofino.
Yeah, most definitely a combination of pitching struggles and tough breaks fielding-wise have turned into those 10 base runners for the Bears, and the Bears are not really a team that you can miss against. They're very well coached. Here is Braden Turcotte. McLaughlin back out on the mound, pitching well. First pitch, turns on it, sends it way foul. Towering high fly ball over there near the creek. What creek is that called? What's that creek again?
It's called Flume Creek.
Flume Creek. It's a long strike. Turcotte waves the bat over his right shoulder. Here's the set and the pitch, swing, and a 2-hopper into the glove of Redinger over at third. The throw over just in time to set down the speedy Turcotte for the first out here in the home half of the third.
Yeah, the Maniac threat starts with that leadoff hitter, Braden Turcotte. When he gets on CJ, he's a threat. He's got a couple of stolen bases, but Maniacs, again, have just not been able to score against this stingy Moscow Bear defense.
Here's Joe Sperano. Sat down the first pitch to Joe, sends a line drive all the way back to the wall on a hop. Joe, extra bases, rounding 2, digging for 3, and he's going to come in with a triple. Big triple Joe.
Yeah, boy howdy, CJ. I mean, he put that right in the gap at 350 feet here at the ballpark at Orofino. He put that where Conway and Isaacson were not right in the alley. That's just excellent hitting by Joe.
Another triple from Joe. Another one the other way. Here's Ryland Larson. First pitch to Ryland, takes a cut at it, sends base hits to right center field, playing it on a hop is Isaacson, and the Maniacs are on the board here on senior night as Joe scores from third base, and it's a couple of seniors teaming up to put it up there.
Again, this a little bit of a flare. Joe's strong fly ball was right out into the alley. Ryland came up with a bit of a flare, but it was in the same place, CJ. So Maniac hitters starting to see McLaughlin a little better here.
Good speed over at first base, and Larson takes his lead. Here's Dash Barlow. Takes a cut at the first pitch in on the hands, and he fouls it straight back and out of play.
Well, he had it timed up nicely, CJ. Dash, he's got a tendency to kind of swing at those pitches that might be a little high. If he squares that up, that's a strong hit out to left center or center field.
Lefty Barlow's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, swing, and a line drive towards right center. It's another base knock. Playing it on a hop is Devin Conway. And back to back here in the third for the Maniacs.
Well, again, CJ, they're seeing McLaughlin now just for the second time here in the lineup. And even Braden's hit, his ground out ball, he swung hard, and he hit it hard, but into the ground over to third base. But otherwise, it's a triple, a single, and a single now.
And this is Nick Drobish hitting for Wentland. With runners at first and second, here's the pitch. Swinging a line drive up the middle, skying up for it is Abendroth to make the catch. What a play. Scampering back to the bag is Larson. And robbing Drobish of a base hit.
Yeah, a little flare, CJ. It had some carry to it, though, but nice wheels by Abendroth there at shortstop to sky up behind second base to rob him of a base hit.
Runners at first and second, 2 down for Jaron Christofferson. First pitch to Jaron, swing and a fly ball foul. On the third base side, 0-1.
Well, you can tell there's definitely a difference now in this Maniac attitude, CJ. They're putting the bat on the ball. They're making good contact against McLaughlin.
McLaughlin sets and fires, and he plunks Christofferson in the back. That's going to load up the sacks with Maniac.
That is the second time that Christofferson has been hit, and he tried to wheel out of the way because I think the first time he got hit, which was back in the second inning, I think that stung a little bit. And McLaughlin came with a fastball inside, and it just hit him right squarely in the small of the back, and that's got to sting. We've got a courtesy runner out here at third base for Larson, the catcher, and we'll see if we can come up with a number on the back of that jersey here so we can let everyone know at home who's out there at third base.
Maniacs trail 5-1, an excellent opportunity here to get a couple back. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here's Bodie Howell, and first one bounces in to Kiblin. He's able to keep it in front of him.
It looks like this is Drew Hanna.
Oh, Drew Hanna? No, this is Bodie Howell.
No, Drew Hanna base running. Excuse me, Drew Hanna base running for Larson out at third base.
Here's the set and the 1-0 pitch in there for a called strike at the knees. Ball and strike to Howell, already with a hit in the ball game. Designated hitter here in the 7 spot. He's open. He can come up with something here. Here's the 1-1 delivery, swinging a high pop-up right side of the infield. Backing up is DeLucy. Is called off by Driscoll, the second baseman, who will make the easy catch. And that will end the threats here in the home half of the third. But the Maniacs get themselves on the board, a run on 3 hits, no errors. They do leave them loaded, 5-1 Moscow.
Redinger, DeLuca, and Abendroth schedule up for Moscow, the top of the 4th, when we come back after this.
Why do your friends and neighbors choose to shop locally at Orofino Marketplace? It's because of the low prices, quality food, and the smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Orofino Marketplace is your hometown marketplace where we believe in community. Donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events, Orofino Marketplace is all about our hometown values and that personal connection with you. Open daily when you need us the most. Orofino Marketplace.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Number 8.
The Pizza Factory and the player of the game. It'll be announced at the conclusion of this game. I hope you'll listen in. CJ and I will discuss that. And then, of course, you'll find a great article in the Clearwater Tribune to describe all the great attributes of our player of the game.
Bradbury back out on the mound to face Chad Redinger to lead things off. First pitch outside. 1-0.
CJ, it's got to be a lot of fun to be down there in the dugout and award those Pizza Factory player of the game certificates, yeah?
Yeah. Here's a windup and a curveball that misses. 2-0, yeah, it's pretty fun.
You know, you get a chance to talk with some of the kids, and they're always excited to get that pizza, soda. Thank you, Pizza Factory.
There's the wind, and the 2-0 delivery comes inside. 3-0.
So Steven back out on the hill, and a steady diet of junk here to start Redinger off.
Coming off easily his best inning so far. Here's a 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. 3-1 taken all the way by Redinger.
I like Redinger when he steps out of the batter's box. He does a little, dance before he climbs back in.
3-1 delivery to the plate, inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk. Redinger is aboard for the Bears here in the top of the 4th.
Well, we're going to see the manager, Dylan Midstock, come out and talk with Steven. And I see Steven looks as, well, it's his first visit here this frame. And so, we're going to have an exchange of the baseball from Bradbury to Dylan. He's going to make some changes, and we'll make a couple of changes, too. Don't go away. We'll return after this.
If you're like so many who suffer from lower back pain, you should know you don't have to live with it. Orofino Physical Therapy and Wellness Center can help you once and for all treat the pain without breaking the bank. Back problems are the leading cause of people missing work. Many times it's brought on by poor sitting posture, frequent forward bending, and heavy lifting objects. The highly qualified staff at Orofino Physical Therapy can help you when you start with a free pain assessment. Getting you pain-free, that's our goal at Orofino Physical Therapy.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Well, we're back here as we have a pitching change. It looks as though Dash Barlow will come in relief of Stephen Bradbury. The book not closed on Stephen as he gives up a leadoff walk to Redinger here in the 4th. But to this point, he has given up 5 runs on 3 hits. And we're going to see where Stephen ends up at. Looks like second base. Is that what you're saying?
No, 4 hits so far. Or 4 hits that Bradbury gave up.
Oh, you're correct. All right, let's see here.
So it'll be Dash Barlow facing Orion DeLusa. Start things off. I believe that's Nick Drobish over at first base.
We'll pencil him in and see.
A check over at first. Barlow sets and delivers the first pitch, fouled off. 0-1.
Well, let's take a look at what DeLusa has done. He's got a couple of singles and RBI, scored 1 run here. Very dangerous part of the lineup here of the Moscow Bears. We're looking at hitters 2, 3, and 4 to start things off here in the top of the 4th.
Runner takes his lead, a move over to first, and diving back in time, that is Drobish at first, as he holds on Redinger. Redinger, fantastic wheels. Be surprised if he didn't take off during the at-bat. There's the 0-1 delivery. Here he goes. Throw from Larson. Tag applied. Didn't get him. Braden had a good tag laid down. It was off to the first base side and just did not get it in time.
Yeah, that's too bad because, again, the base is stolen, this time on Dash. Dash, he gets that arm back, CJ, and then he pauses. That allows the base runner to get at least another step, and that's what took to get Redinger from first to second.
Now runner in scoring position, 5-1 Bears. Here's the 1-1 delivery to DeLusa. Swing and a high pop-up just onto the grass left field side, colliding. Turcotte makes the catch, throw to second off of the glove of Schneider over there, and safe at second is Redinger, but DeLusa goes down. How did Turcotte hang on as he crashes into
Devin?
No, that's Bradbury.
Oh, that is Bradbury. That's right. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is unfortunate because, number one, it could cause a terrible injury, but number two, there was a great possibility for a double play there, and it just didn't happen because there was no communication between the shortstop and left fielder.
So the runner takes his lead. Here's the pitch. Way high. Runner goes, throw to third, and in safely. As off the bag was Christopherson. Tried to spin around and make a tag, but he was too far away.
Yeah. The throw by Larson to Christopherson was just a little high and to his left. Another stolen base for DeLusa.
There's the 1-0 pitch to Abendroth, and he hits him. Hits him on that lead shoulder. Runners on the corners now as Abendroth takes over at first base. Here's Cody Isaacson.
Our score 5-1, as Moscow leads the Maniacs. Thanks for listening in here on 13 KLER. For those of you who are looking for news, you'll find that on our sister station, 103.3 KLER FM.
Here's Cody Isaacson. Here's the pitch, and on the hand, sends a flare out to left field, moving over. Bradbury will make the catch, tagging coming home from third is Redinger. He'll easily score.
Oh.
And then the throw all the way back to first is to the fence. Toes to second on the play is Abendroth.
Yeah, unfortunately, CJ, Braden Turcotte, the cutoff on that fly ball out. He turns and wheels a throw to first, but he forgot to look to see if Nick was there. Drobish had gone to back up catcher Larson. There was nobody there, and that allowed Abendroth to reach from first to second. Again, Redinger scores, making it 6-1 in favor of Moscow.
So 5-run advantage for the Bears here in the top of four. Here's Devin Conway. 1 on, 2 away. Look back from Barlow. Now deals to the dish. Inside, he hit him.
Yeah, Dashel, a right-hander, CJ, and he's trying to work maybe a bit of a curve or something there, and his release point is just too early on the last two batters, Abendroth and now Isaacson, both right-handed hitters, and he just led them too much. Released that ball too early, and 2 base runners on, hit by pitch.
So the pitching woes continue here for the Maniacs in the fourth. Here is a Dylan Decker, runners on first and second, 2 down. First pitch from Barlow, swinging a grounder left side, and it's past a diving Turcotte. So aboard as the throw comes into Larson off the bag at second was Abendroth, but the throw in and out of the glove of Schneider. Everyone's safe. So that's a single there for Decker.
I found myself behind the batter here, CJ, so I have to make up. There are 2 outs. Abendroth is at third, Conway at second, and Decker at first.
Here is Ethan McLaughlin. Couple of pop-outs here so far. Bases loaded, 2 down. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a pop-up back and out of play. McLaughlin would like to extend the lead as much as he can, of course. On the mound on the other side, he wants to help his own cause here. 0-1. Waves the bat over his right shoulder. 6-1. Bears lead it. Here's the 0-1 delivery. Nicely framed, but didn't keep it in the zone. 1-1. It's like Barlow had a bug or something in front of his face as he wipes it away. Unless that's a creative sign, he steps off. Time is granted. Once again, bases loaded, 2 away, 6-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's going to bring across the run as he hit him. That's the third batter that Barlow has hit here since coming in relief in the fourth, and that makes it 7-1 Bears as Abendroth scores. Conway to third, Decker to second, and McLaughlin takes over at first.
Yeah, just unfortunate for the young man out on the hill right now. Daschle just does not have control of that curveball that he's trying to toss up there. He has hit the last 3 batters, the right-handed batters that he has faced.
Here is Jack Driscoll hitting 9th in the order. Line out and a bounce out here so far. First pitch, swing, and a 2-hopper into the glove of Schneider at second. Short toss to second to get the force on McLaughlin, and that will end the threat here in the top of the fourth. But the Bears do some damage. They put up a couple of runs on a hit, no errors, and they leave 2 out there. It is 7-1 Bears.
Well, when we come back, it'll be the bottom of the fourth. For Orofino, Cochran, Bradbury, and Turcotte are scheduled up after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Thank you for listening into our broadcast. It's brought to you in part by friends at Family Eye Care and P1FCU. Right now, Maniacs here on senior night, celebrating the attributes of the 4 seniors, Rylan Larson, Devin Wetland, Braden Turcotte, and Joe Sperano. CJ, it'll be a sad note when these 4 young men finish up their high school careers, because they've done just a great job representing not only Orofino, but Timberline High School as well.
Yeah, it will be tough to see those 4 go. McLaughlin back out on the mound for the Bears. He's pitched well so far. He'll face Loudon Cochran. First pitch, fouled straight down. 0-1. Pretty uneventful first couple of innings for McLaughlin. He faced just 3 over the minimum in the first 2. Was able to pitch himself out of trouble in the third as the Maniacs were able to load at the sacks. They did pick up their lone run. Here's the 0-1 pitch, reaches out, sends one down the right field line, and it is foul. That would have meant extra bases for Cochran.
Oh, Loudon, that was a Mr. Easton hit, really. That's Easton as in the bat. And Loudon just stuck his arms all the way out there, CJ. He let the bat do the work, and it just went off the business end of that bat, just tailed foul up that right field line.
McLaughlin up 0-2. Here's the waste pitch, and once again fouls it off. That keeps that bat alive.
You know, you hear batting coaches all say the same thing. Throw the hands out there, throw the hands out there, throw the hands out there. And that's exactly what Loudon is doing. You know, you can't really fault him for what he has been taught right now. He is just extending those arms, getting those hands out in front.
Now the 0-2 pitch, swinging a grounder first base, and Ryan DeLusa is all over it, takes it to the sack himself. 1 down.
I say you give Loudon a passing grade on that at-bat, CJ. I think he did a pretty dang good job. for the young man he has only been playing varsity ball here for, maybe 3 weeks now or something like that.
Yeah. Here is Steve Bradbury. Ninth in the order, waves the bat over his right shoulder. Set down the first pitch. He gets just a piece of it. 0-1. Bradbury bounced out to short in the second. Waves the bat through. Big breath from McLaughlin. Deals to the dish. Spinning out of the way is Bradbury as he comes inside. 1-1.
Well, we have talked about Jaron, who has been hit twice now in his 2 at-bats, and I think Steven has seen that and said, I don't want any part of that. It comes with that fastball, and it's out of control. I just want out of the way.
Not my pretty face. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and swing and miss. 4, strike 2, 1-2 the count.
Again, one more game here. It's the Orofino JV against the Lapway varsity, and that's scheduled for May 3rd. Is that what we understand, CJ?
Yeah, that it is. So that'll be Monday.
So another opportunity for Maniac faithful to come out and root for the blue and white. So the Orofino JV, some of the younger kids going to get an opportunity to face off against a 1A Division I squad, the Lapway Wildcats.
Base is clear, 1 down. Here's the 1-2 delivery to Bradbury, and it misses low for ball 2 balls and 2 strikes. McLaughlin has the sign. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swinging a grounder left side. Abendroth has it at short. The throw in time as Bradbury goes down for the second out.
You know, CJ, we've seen a lot from the starting pitchers, Stephen Bradbury for the Maniacs and Ethan McLaughlin for Moscow. But I'll tell you what, only 1 strikeout amongst actually all 3 pitchers now. Only 1 strikeout. Not a real big defensive game pitching-wise.
Braden Turcotte reaching out after that first pitch comes up empty. 0-1. Braden 1 for 2 on the day. Started the game off with a hit. They've set the 0-1 delivery, a fastball, swinging a grounder to third, and a nice backhand there by Redinger. The throw easily in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning here in the home half of the 4th as McLaughlin is untouched, 7-1 Bears.
Well, let's go to the 5th inning, and we're going to start things off with leadoff hitter Kiblin, followed by Redinger and DeLusa, when CJ and I come back to the ballpark at Orofino after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
The Spring Merchandise Book is now out and available to pick up at Orofino Builder Supply. Filled with fantastic buys for outdoor living, lawn and garden, tools, and a whole list of needs you have around the house. Come in today and sign up to win $500 in an Orofino Builder Supply shopping spree. Use your shopping giveaway to purchase anything from the Spring Merchandise Book. Paint supplies, home essentials, even building materials. 2 giveaways will be awarded, but you must sign up to win by May 31st only at Orofino Builder Supply.
We're back here at the ballpark at Orofino. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, thank you so much for listening into Maniac Athletics. Here we go now, CJ. It's the 5th inning, and right now Moscow just really not running away with this one. Orofino still can make a run here in the latter innings, but they got to get something done. It's going to start here now with Braden Turcotte out on the hill.
Yeah, most definitely making the change between innings. Turcotte's hoping to solve some of the pitching woes here so far. He's got the top third of the order. Here's Kiblin. Wind up and the first pitch. Starts him off with a fastball low.
So Bradbury started this game out, gave up 6 runs on 4 hits. Barlow came in after him.
1-0 delivery, swing and a miss, 4 strike, 1-1-1.
Barlow in 1 inning of work gave up a run on a hit.
The 1-1 pitch to the plate, fouled straight back into the net, 1-2.
And Braden, you know, a senior on this club, yeah, let the kid on senior night pitch.
Takes a big gulp of oxygen. Winds and fires the 1-2. That's low. 4 ball, 2 balls, and 2 strikes to Kiblin.
Kiblin thought about offering it that, CJ. You saw him cock that bat, and he just started to flex at it and left it alone.
There's the 2-2 delivery, fastball low, full count. Kiblin walked his first at-bat and reached on a single, scored both times, a couple of stolen bases after that single. He stole second and third, and a fly out to center. Here's the payoff pitch to Kiblin. Swing and a foul ball. Safely out of play on the first base side. Over towards the cars over there on, I always forget that street. Is that Dunlop?
No.
Payoff pitch number 2. Good looking hook, and he rings him up. Beautiful.
I'll give you the name of that street in one moment.
At bat number
Schreiber Road?
Schreiber Road.
Huh.
Number 23.
I think.
We know our home.
Oh, boy, howdy, is this fun.
We know the town we live in already. Here's Chad Redinger. First pitch from Turcotte. Swinging a comebacker. It's going to sneak into center field as he sends a heater right by Turcotte. And a one-out base knock here for Redinger in the 5th.
Boy, that was right on the backside of Braden. CJ, he put his glove down in defense because, you know, that ball could have just easily hit him in the thigh, and he raised his legs up. He's showing Coach in the dugout exactly how he went for that ball. Strong single by Redinger with one gone here in the top of the 5th.
Here's Ryan DeLusa, hot bats. Lefty at the plate, starts him off with a curveball. Runner goes. Throw is off to the first base side, out of the glove of Schneider, and scampering towards third. And making it easily is Redinger. So he's got another stolen base and reaches third on throwing error.
Yeah, 3 stolen bases for Chad. He's just feeling it there, hitting in that second hole, CJ.
Brian DeLusa has a hot bat at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up down the line, third base side. Christopherson makes his way over, makes the catch, and then acting like he's going to tag and score with Redinger, but quick throw in will hold him at the sack.
That was not the easiest catch for third baseman Christopherson, CJ, because he's got to keep his eye over his left shoulder as he ventures his way into foul ground, constantly looking, and he made that catch for the most part over his shoulder. So Jaron has been picked on over at third base today, but he comes up with a nice defensive play for the Maniacs. Second out now.
There is a Barrett Abendroth. He's got a couple of sac fly or ribbies, plus he's hit by pitch and scored. There's the first pitch, and that misses. Ooh. Must have been low.
Must have been a touch low. You want to stay out of this kid's wheelhouse.
There's the pitch to the plate, fastball low as well, 2-0. Abendroth, the cleanup hitter for a reason. Tall right-hander. Taps on the dish, points out towards center. Got a man over at third. Here's the pitch, swing, and a miss as Turcotte able to muscle that by him. 2-1.
Yeah, Barrett says on a 2-0 pitch something's going to be close to the plate. He was committed to swinging before that ball ever left Turcotte's hand.
Braden has the sign, wheels and fires. Nicely placed on the corner, down and out for the second strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Evens it up. Seven-1 Bears. 1 on, 2 away, man at third. Here's the pitch, swing, and miss, struck him out as Turcotte pitches his way out of the top of the fifth. Couple of strikeouts as he holds the Bears scoreless on 1 hit, no errors. They do leave 1 out there. It's 7-1 Bears.
Okay, to the bottom of the fifth, schedule up for the Maniacs, Sperano, Larson, and Barlow when we return after this.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
In these tough economic times, we all struggle, but none more than our senior citizen population. At Orofino Marketplace, they wish to do everything they can to help take the strain off our golden generation. Every Thursday, shop Orofino Marketplace for a 10% discount on your entire shopping receipt. Senior Day discount is Orofino Marketplace's way to say thank you for your years of support and to give back to the community of Orofino and the surrounding area. Get more for your shopping dollar when you visit Orofino Marketplace on Michigan Avenue, Thursdays.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, Riverside Physical Therapy. They are Maniac sponsors here on KLER. CJ, it looks as though Moscow has said, Ethan, you've done a good enough job. We're going to give you some rest now.
Yeah, Coach Rod's going to go with a fresh arm out there to start the home half of the fifth. It'll be Jamison Green, right-handed hurler. Looks to have, from the few warm-up tosses, I was able to see semi-similar stuff.
Younger fella, you can see that this young man is probably all of, freshman, maybe a sophomore. And watch some mom or dad's going to come up here. He's a senior.
He does have some pace to him, it looks like.
Light stature out there, this young man, Jamison Green out on the hill from Moscow.
There's Joe Sperano coming off a triple in his last at-bat to lead things off. Wind up and the first pitch outside. 1-0.
So McLaughlin gives up 1 run on 5 hits. So the book closed on the starter, Ethan McLaughlin.
Green has the sign, deals to the dish, the 1-0. Reaching out, coming up empty is Sperano, 1-1. Now the windup and the 1-1 delivery from Green, the swing and a pop-up foul territory, first base side to loose off the bag, and he will make the catch near the track in foul territory. There's 1 down.
Yeah, Joe extends his arms out there, CJ, but this time he gets underneath the pitch that's high and away and poke up a harmless foul ball out here in the fifth.
Maniacs can't afford too many of those in a 6-run hole. Here's Rylan Larson. First pitch from Green on the way, swinging a high fly ball, shallow right center, just onto the grass. Second baseman Driscoll will take care of it. More of a pop-up than a fly ball, but it did reach the outfield. What do you call it that?
It did at that, CJ, but, Abendroth, the shortstop, was all the way over there, and, you hear those feet coming at you, and it's going to take your attention off the ball. So, again, both these clubs not having a very good time communicating with one another who's going to make the catch.
Now here's Dash Barlow. Green, the first pitch, high for ball 1. Barlow waves the bat through. He's 1 for 2 so far, a single to his credit. 1-0 delivery to Barlow inside, 2-0. Bases clear, 2 down.
Well, should Dashel get on, Wetland, I believe, is on deck, or that could be Drobish. Might be Drobish.
That is Drobish over there in the on-deck area. The 2-0 pitch low for ball 3. Slight breeze showing on the flag over the scoreboard over there in right field. There's the windup and the 3-0 pitch, and it's going to be a 4-pitch walk. Barlow will toss the bat, and he draws a 2-out base on balls.
That is the first walk for the Maniacs today. Again, Ethan McLaughlin, the starting pitcher, he hit 2 batters, or actually hit 3, struck out 1. Never walked a batter, though.
Barlow, the lead at first, held on by DeLusa. Here's Green from the stretch now with a man aboard. Deals to Drobish, and he hit him. Wow. That looked to be high up on the shoulders, on the back as well. Not somewhere I want to take a baseball.
No, John Sperano down there, the first base coach, says, "Kid, don't rub it." Drobish goes, "I can't reach back there anyway, Coach."
So now runners at first and second as Maniacs hope for a 2-out rally. Jaron Christofferson at the plate, beneficiary of a walk and a hit batsman. Here's a swing, and he pulls a fly ball foul and out of play over towards the old batting cages. 0-1. Jaron knows something about getting hit this game.
Yeah, he's been hit a couple of times, but, if he can straighten one out, CJ, that ball had enough distance on it. All he has to do is straighten it out and poke it over the wall and give a new complexity to this game.
Here's the set and the pitch from Green. Swing and a line drive down the line left field. It's going to drop all the way back to the wall. Extra bases for Christofferson. That scores 1 run. Barlow rounding third and coming home. It is Drobish 2-run score. And just like you were talking about, Jeff, 1 swing of the bat, and that changes the complexity of this ball game as the Maniacs right back in it. Now trail 7-3.
So Jaron has the luxury, CJ, of being the 5th batter to look at Jamison Green. So he's got all kinds of time to see what kind of junk this kid is throwing. He timed it up nicely, almost had it in the first pitch he hit it well the second pitch.
So a 2 RBI double from Christofferson. Here's Bodie Howell with another in scoring position. Bodie waves the bat over his right shoulder. First pitch misses, 4-1.
Bodie, the DH today. The Maniacs have not used the DH very much, with the exception of in the last 10 days or so. They've started that DH, which is nice.
Green checks on the runner. Fires the 1-0 to Howell. Swing and a foul. Back into the nets, 1-1.
You're listening to the Maniacs and Senior Night. Orofino Baseball on KLER. Orofino right now, Moscow up 7-3 on the Maniacs.
Maniacs able to get a couple back here in this frame. Here's the pitch, and that's inside. 4-2, 2 balls, and a strike. The Maniacs have been able to get to pitcher Green here, coming in relief of McLaughlin. Long look back for Green. Now the 2-1 pitch to the plate. Inside, brushes Howell back. 3-1.
Yeah, Jamison struggling a little as well with his command, trying to throw that curveball up there, and just doesn't have the spin to come down into the strike zone.
Now the 3-1 pitch to the plate. In there for a called strike just below the belt. Full count now to Howell as Green battles his way back in. One on, 2 away. Here's the payoff pitch, swinging a slow grounder to shorts. One-handed by Abendroth to throw on the move. Got him for the 3rd out. 6-3, but the Maniacs get a couple back here in the home half of the 5th. 2 runs on a hit, no errors. They do leave one out there in scoring position, 7-3 Bears.
Isaacson, Conway, Decker. These are hitters 5, 6, and 7, scheduled up here in the top of the 6th after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, Orofino Builder Supply, Maniac backers on KLER. Here's CJ.
Braden Turcotte back out onto the mound. He'll face Cody Isaacson to lead things off. First pitch low for ball 1.
Starting off top of this 6th for the Bears, number 14, Isaacson. On deck, number
Now the 1-0 delivery, the changeup low. 2-0. Isaacson, a tall right-hander, the 2-0 pitch, swing and a chopper foul on the first base side. 2-1.
Well, Braden starts Isaacson out with a couple of pitches inside. That third pitch that Cody offers at CJ also on the inside, just attacks it with the handle of the bat and fouls it up that first base line. So if Braden can come back with another inside pitch, an opportunity anyway, for an infield ground ball out.
Braden back out on the mound, wheels and deals the 2-1 pitch, a curve ball in there for a called strike.
Wow.
2-2.
That ball must have had a lot of break on it, CJ.
Here's the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, blows it by Isaacson, and third strikeout here for Turcotte. 1 away.
Yeah, starting that ball around the horn, and then the last person to come up with it is Drovich, the first baseman. He comes over to Braden, he lightly places it in his glove, and he says, "Good job, kid. Let's get 2 more of those."
Here's number 24. First pitch is high. Let's see who
this is Matt Castor.
Matt Castor. 1-0. He wings a fastball in there for called strike. 1-1. Stasco. Yeah, Castor's for Orofino. That pitch misses for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Stasco, reaches out. After that comes up empty, 2-2.
Sure, let's put an Orofino player up there. Just turned the score page one too many times here.
The 2-2 to Stasco, swing and miss, another strikeout. 3 straight K in the books here for Turcotte, 4 total. And they're 2 away.
At bat, number 3, Decker.
That brings up Dylan Decker. Decker swinging the bat well. He's 2 for 3. Reached all 3 times. Reached on an error in the first.
On deck, number 1, Green.
That's a bat you like to have in the bottom third of the order. Here's the pitch in there for a called strike, belt high on the outer edge.
Dylan has been on all 3 of his at-bats, and correct me if I'm wrong if you've already said this, CJ, but he has been a base-stealing machine.
There's the 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back into the net. 0-2 as Turcotte jumps out to the lead. Decker back in. Turcotte Turcotte wastes no time, wheels and deals the waste pitch, and that just misses. Nicely framed, though, but misses a little away.
Yeah, Braden and Ryland, they have played baseball for a lot of years together, even though they're different high schools. They've been on traveling squads together, and so they know each other very well.
The 1-2 to the plate, swing and a grounder to short. Schneider has it to throw in time as a 1-2-3 inning. Turcotte able to set down the Bears in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. None left aboard. It is 7-3.
Cochran, Bradbury, Turcotte. Hitters 8, 9, and 1. We'll return after this.
Accidents happen, but your P1FCU debit account can help you pick up the pieces. P1FCU Perks, powered by Bazing, offers cell phone protection, up to 2 $400 claims per year. Does your debit card do that? Just pay your cell phone bill from your preferred or Power Plus debit account and you're covered. P1FCU, a Pacific Northwest original since 1938. Only available with P1FCU preferred or Power Plus debit accounts. Insured by NCUA.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Orofino Marketplace and Les Schwab Tire, both backers of the Maniacs here on AM 13 KLER on the Maniacs Senior Night as we head to the home half of the sixth here at the ball field at Orofino High. It is 7-3 Bears with a 4-run advantage. The Maniacs have been just sticking around, creeping back in it, Jeff.
Both of these clubs have 6 hits, CJ. But the biggest hit, of course, goes to Big Triple Joe, who had a big triple in his second at-bat. This is Loudon Cochran to start things off here in the Maniac half of the sixth inning. Jamison Green back out on the hill. The slightly built right-hander winds and fires a curveball inside, 1-0. Again, senior night here, paying honor to the 4 Orofino High School baseball seniors, 2 of them from Timberline High. Here's the 1-0 to Loudon. Bender taken for a strike, 1-1. And again, you just can't say enough about these 4 young men who are playing baseball this year for Orofino. Jetted out to a 8-1 record. They now stand at 11-5. 1-1 on the way. Swung on. Pitch is going to be hit high in the air down the left field line. And there for the can of corn catch is Decker. And there is one gone. So, CJ, there's a lot of great left to happen in this Maniac season. The district tournament will be coming around at Grangeville beginning May 10th. 1.5 berths out of this District 1-2. Orofino hoping to get one of those and advance on to state, which is all the way in Pocatello, Idaho.
Yeah, going to be a long trip.
Bradbury now at the plate, and he'll take a first offering for a called strike at the belt, 0-1.
Yeah, the Maniacs have a little bit of a love-hate relationship with Pocatello.
How many times have we been there? I mean, we should buy a house there or something. Well, no, I don't want to live in a house with you. No. Here's the 0-1. It's a ground ball to third baseman Rediger. Oh, and he boots the ball. First hard-hit ball to Chad, and he saw it into his glove, and then it just came out. So Steven is on, E5. And the Maniacs will take base runners anyway. They can get them down 7-3 here in the bottom of the sixth. Now we go to the top of the order, and that's going to bring Braden Turcotte up to the plate. He is 1 for 3 here on the day. He singled way back in the first inning. Short lead by Bradbury is held on over there by DeLusa for the Bears. And now from the stretch, Green comes to the plate. Pitch is going to be swung on. A little flare behind first base. Conway, the right fielder, is there. He'll make the catch, and there are 2 gone here in the sixth. Big Triple Joe, CJ, when he hit that triple, and you had the call on that, I was wondering if you can remember that little nickname that we tacked on him way back early in the season because he had lots of triples.
I could never forget.
Well, let's see what Big Triple Joe has in store for the crowd here. Maniacs down 7-3 with the base runner on, and time called, and Jamison Green was just into his motion, and he just crumpled up into a ball, and somehow he was able to stay on his feet. Joe climbs back in. He says he's ready now. Jamison, from the stretch, now he'll deal to the plate. Pitch is low. It comes out of the glove of Kiblin, staying put at first, however. Bradbury. Steven not known really for his legs, so I don't think you're going to catch him too far off the sack at first. 1-0 to Joe. Decker out in left field has backed up a few extra steps in anticipation of the big hitter hitting in the 2 spot. Pitch is going to be swung on, and it'll be hit foul out of play to the right. 1-1. Signs coming in from that first base dugout to Kiblin, who flashes them now to Jamison Green, who came in relief of starting pitcher McLaughlin last inning. And to move over to first base, that's what the sign was all about. It was that move to make sure that Bradbury stayed close to the bag at first. And Steven is back. Again, nothing much more than a safety lead, not even a safety lead for Steven. Nice A move by Green. The count is a ball and a strike, 2 gone, 1 aboard for Joe Sperano at the plate for the Maniacs. From the stretch, Jamison deals. A bender that's low and inside, taken for ball 2, 2-1.
You know, of course, the Maniacs with so much success this year, win-loss-wise, but we talked about it a few times. They had never really swung the bat consistently to their potential, to what we know that they can. We're still kind of waiting for them to tip over that edge.
Count is 2 balls and a strike to Joe, and stepping off the back of the rubber is Green. Well, Orofino's done pretty good. I mean, they've got 6 hits against a quality pitching staff of Moscow, and so in a big triple, there's some extra bases hits, and so that's what you want to see as we get close to district. 2-1 pitch on the way to Joe. Here it is, a ground ball in the hole out into left field. So Joe with a single to keep things going for the Maniacs here in their half of the 6th. That'll push Bradbury over to second. Again, 2 gone. Rylan Larson, today's Maniac catcher, now will come to the plate.
At bat number 6, Rylan Larson on deck.
So Rylan today, he is 1 for 3 on the day. He had an RBI single in the 3rd. That scored the Maniacs' first run of this game after they had stranded a couple of base runners in scoring position through innings 1 and 2. Rylan's the guy who, I mean, this kid loves baseball. He wants an opportunity. He's got it here now to cut this lead by the Bears. Pitch misses low for a ball to Rylan, 1-0.
Rylan was the middle role in those back-to-back-to-back singles in the 3rd for the Maniacs. Unfortunately, they could only turn it into just a 1 run.
Green checks the runner at second. He's set below the belt. Again, another look back at second. And the slow delivery. Here he goes. The 2-0 swung on. Fly ball to left center field. Decker moving over to his left. He's there. He will make the catch to end the threat here in the 6th. Orofino, no runs on a hit. 1 error and 2 left out there. Our score remains 7-3 Moscow.
When we come back, it'll be 8-9, and back around to the top of the Bears, McLaughlin, Driscoll, and Kiblin due to the plate after this.
While at work in Lewiston, Michael Toll injured his arm. Doctors said a course of rehabilitation was his best bet to getting healthy again. He chose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Went to the doctor, and they prescribed me physical therapy. They asked me where I wanted to go, and I said Orofino Physical Therapy. Heard a lot of good things about him.
How were you welcomed?
Very positive, very thorough, good bedside manner. Oh, very friendly. Greet you, smile on their face. Super friendly.
Physical therapists Mike and John were primary caregivers and prescribed a light conditioning workout.
I started off small, light weights, arm bike, stretching, exercises, and then worked into weights. Everything worked out great.
How flexible were they with your scheduled appointments?
They'd work with my schedule. if I had something come up or couldn't make it that day, we'd reschedule, or they were very friendly.
After your physical therapy is over, will you continue to use Orofino Physical Therapy?
Absolutely. Yeah, body and motion will stay in motion. I see myself going there. Highly recommend them.
You have a choice. Choose Orofino Physical Therapy.
Welcome back once again. Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Orofino Builder Supply. As we head to the top of the 7th here at the ball field, it is a 7-3 Bears, Jeff.
Turcotte giving Sperano a run for his money. And what I'm talking about is, can he keep his hat on his head after every pitch? Braden, in his warm-up tosses, he throws the first pitch, hat comes off, he just leaves it on the ground. Joe would pick it up every time and kind of smush it down over those golden blocks of his. McLaughlin's going to start things off here in the top of the 7th inning for Moscow. First pitch is a curve taken for strike one.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, though, because Braden doesn't have near as long a hair as Joe does.
He's got a lot of it, though. He's just got a lot of hair. He uses Prel or some dang thing like that. Here's the 0-1 now on the way to McLaughlin. Swings through a changeup for strike two.
That's how you say Purell?
Prel. Yeah? Isn't that the way that you... I mean, it's been around since the 50s. Here's the 0-2. Misses away for a ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. This is Jamison Green hitting because, of course, McLaughlin out. This is Green, his first at-bat. Pitch is swung on a ground ball towards the right side of the infield, fielded nicely by Drobish, and he tosses over to Turcotte, who Turcotte puts his foot on the bag for the 3-1 put-out on Green. First out here in the top of the 7th inning. And let's see, this should be Driscoll, but that does not look like Driscoll, CJ. This is Garrett Farrell, who's going to hit for Driscoll here in the 9th. And he's going to wave at the first pitch. A ground ball slowly rolls out to Schneider at second. Oh, the toss, is it in time? Not in time. Holy schmoly, I'm not sure what the problem is with Schneider. He couldn't get the ball out of his glove or something. And then he took a second grab in the glove, and then legging out a single is Garrett Farrell. Wow, that is just something else. It's a single. No different way you look at it. He legs it out. Kiblin now here in the top of the order for Moscow. First offering to him is taken for a strike, and this is not Kiblin. This is Jack Bales hitting in the top spot. 1 aboard, 1 gone. And he'll take a swing at the pitch. Fly ball could spell trouble out into right field. And making the catch out there is Cochran. Let's see, 28. Yes, that is Cochran. He is still one of the maniacs. Loudon puts on his jets, CJ. He gets there in front of Easton Schneider, the second baseman, who is also running out there. But there are 2 gone now.
Number 8 ready.
Here in the 7th inning of play.
On deck.
Let's see, this is supposed to be Redinger, is it? Yes, it is Chad. He is a base-stealing machine. Move over to first base, and back on his hands is Farrell. Chad has been on base 3 of his 4 plate appearances here today. He has scored 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Slider outside for a ball, 1-0. Big single in his last at-bat. That came in the 5th inning. Got as far as 3rd, CJ, when he stole a couple of bases, but was left stranded there. And a fastball down the pipe for a called strike, 1-1. Away from first is Farrell. He's held on by Nick Drobish. And now the 1-1 on the way to the plate misses badly outside for ball 2, 2-1.
Of course, the Maniacs do need to hold them scoreless here in the top of the 7th.
That is Dash over there at first. So Dash Barlow, if he did leave last inning, he is back. Dash Barlow is holding the base runner on at first. Again, another pitch outside misses for ball 3.
They're really trying to wing it in there.
He is. That's exactly what I was going to make mention of, CJ. He is rearing back, and he is throwing as much gas as he possibly can to Redinger, who has, for all intents and purposes, hit the ball extremely well today. The 3-1 on the way to Chad is low for ball 4, and so Chad will reach on a base on balls. That's going to push Farrell over to second. Again, there are 2 gone. That will bring Ryan DeLusa to the plate.
At bat, number 11, Anderson.
DeLusa. I talk about hitting the ball well. He's hit the cup wrong ball. Started off hot, and then a couple of a fly out and a pop out, but he had 2 straight singles.
Hitting from the left side is, check this. Wait a minute.
I don't think this is DeLusa.
No, it's
number
not.
11.
This is Levi Anderson. Checks his swing, taken for a called strike.
Trying to throw us off by putting another lefty in there.
They have put everybody in there now, so we have to really keep our eyes on this. Here's the next pitch. The 0-1 is high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Levi Anderson. Working from the stretch is Turcotte, and the 1-1 delivery. Curveball swung on and fouled at the plate, 1-2. So when the Maniacs come to the plate in the bottom of the 7th, they're going to have their work cut out for them, down by 4, just to tie it up. Our score is 7-3. Braden comes to the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on and fouled back into the screen. Count will remain at a ball and 2 strikes.
Braden has pitched pretty darn well since coming in and released in the 5th, 4 strikeouts. Hasn't given up a run.
He's only given up 1 hit. That was, of course, to Redinger. You have 2, do you? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. Because pitch is outside for ball 2, 2 balls. And
the other one
strikes.
Stands over at second. Garrett Farrell.
Oh, yeah, correct. I'm sorry, yeah. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. Anderson picks the bat up off his left shoulder. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Misses it. Here's the throw down to first, and it is good. So a strikeout and a 2-3 putout to end the 7th inning of play. Moscow, no runs on a hit. They leave 2 out there. It's the bottom of the 7th. Maniacs have their wood to chop here, CJ.
Yeah, it is up to Barlow, Drobish, and Christofferson to chop it when Jeff and I return after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services, along with Riverside Physical Therapy. Say go Maniacs and win as we head to the bottom of the 7th here on senior night, 7-3 Bears. Jeff?
Dashel hitting from the left side. This is the 2nd time he has met up with Jamison Green out on the hill for the Moscow Bears. The right-hander working from the windup, and he offers the first pitch to Dash. It is taken for a strike on the outside, 0-1. First time that Dashel saw Jamison. He walked on 4 straight pitches and then turned around and scored in that 5th inning of play. The 0-1 on the way to Dashel. Curveball swung on, a ground ball to the right side of the infield. Second baseman Driscoll makes the easy transfer, and there's 1 gone. Well, let's see, is this going to be Drobish or is this Wentland who is going to be coming up?
Drobish.
It is Nick Drobish, okay. So Nick, in his first at-bat, which came in the 5th, was hit by a pitch and scored. Nick takes the first offering outside for a ball, just missing. Good-looking slider, maybe curveball combination by Jameson. The young hurler out for the Bears begins his wind-up, and the pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen. So Nick just a little behind and underneath that last pitch.
Drobish swinging the bat at a 263 clip on the year.
Well, he can do everyone proud if he can come up with a hit here. And he fouls the pitch straight back, 1-2. He's got it timed up, CJ, but he's just underneath the last 2 offerings from Jameson, who's keeping it about letter high. Ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Nick. Oh, there's a hook that he uncorks there. Let that one go just a little too early. Ends up behind the back of the batter, Drobish. 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Yeah, it might have slipped down a bit.
From the windup, the righty peers over the top of his glove. He has the sign. Now he deals the 2-2. Fastball swung through, strike 3. And the Maniacs are down to their last 3 strikes. And it'll be Jaron Christopherson who's going to try and get something going. Maniacs down by 4 runs here, 7-3 on senior night.
Jaron with a 2 RBI double his last at-bat.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what. He had Green timed up nicely. Here's the first pitch from Jameson on the way. Misses outside, ball 1. Howell is on deck, hoping he's got an opportunity to come to the plate. But as it stands, Maniacs down to their last out here in the bottom of the 7th. Jameson again from the windup. Kicks that left leg and deals the pitch, which comes in high for ball 2. So Jameson knows exactly what Jaron did the last time he was at the plate, so he's going to try and stay out of his wheelhouse. He's going to try and make things look fat, stay above the letters and away. 2-0. And Green with the pitch on the way, fastball swung through, 2-1.
Prior to that 2 RBI double, Jaron had been hit a couple of times.
Young man has found a way to get on base. That's all that matters, CJ. And now the 2-1 to Mr. Christopherson. Swung on. This one's going to be lifted up onto the right side of the infield. Lusa is there. The first baseman makes the catch, and that is our ball game. Maniacs fail to get anything done here in the 7th, and they lose this on senior night to the Moscow Bears. The final of this one, 7-3 over Moscow. And CJ Orofino had some opportunities. It didn't look promising in the very beginning of this game when they could only get a couple of base runners on, but they started making headway against McLaughlin in that 3rd inning of play. The 4th inning, they were getting to him, and then, of course, in the 5th, they change pitchers out. They get to Jameson right away, but just not enough power against this Moscow Moscow Bear team.
Yeah, most definitely. It was the early hole that they fell in that really killed them. It was kind of the starting off on the struggle bus, pitching-wise, and then a few key errors on the defensive side of the ball that really ended up extrapolating those issues and unfortunately fell in too big of a hole to come back from, though they did give a pretty good effort there near the end of the ball game.
7-3, the final score here. The Maniacs fall to the Bears here on senior night. CJ and I take a break. We'll come back. Our post game begins right after this.
Sometimes you've got a hunger for a sandwich. Not just any old run-of-the-mill sandwich, but one that's made fresh with only the best ingredients. Augie's Deli Orofino has just the meal for you. It's the Chicken Salad Hoagie Spring Special. Start with only the freshest hoagie roll, toasted just right, and piled high with fresh chopped chicken smothered in mouth-watering deliciousness. The Chicken Salad Hoagie, a meal you'll come back for time and again. Only at Augie's Deli, Johnson Avenue, Orofino.
What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of two $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Kamei. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Kamei is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
Well, we're back here to the ball field at Orofino High School as the Moscow Bears come away with the victory here over the senior night Leyden Maniacs, 7-3. For Moscow, they score 7 runs on 7 hits, 3 errors, all those committed in the first inning by the Maniacs. The Moscow left 10 on the base paths. You know, everything is pretty much even in this, CJ, with the exception of the final score. Orofino with 3 runs, also with 7 hits, 1 error, and Orofino left 9 out on the base paths. McLaughlin gets the win for Moscow, and taking the loss, Stephen Bradbury. So when we come back, CJ's got the line score for your Maniacs right after this.
Why do your friends and neighbors choose to shop locally at Orofino Marketplace? It's because of the low prices, quality food, and the smiles you'll see on our employees every day. Orofino Marketplace is your hometown marketplace where we believe in community. Donating to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Orofino Marketplace is all about our hometown values and that personal connection with you. Open daily when you need us the most. Orofino Marketplace.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be?
Traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
An over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberlink, your local farmer's insurance agent.
It's now easier than ever to meet up with your healthcare provider. Clearwater Valley and St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics would like to introduce you to telemedicine. From the comfort of your own home, visit virtually your physician and stay at home and stay safe. Call the clinic and see if you're a good candidate for a telehealth appointment. A link will be sent to your email that you can click on at your scheduled time to have your confidential visit. Clearwater Valley and St. Mary's Hospital and Clinics. We go farther so you don't have to.
Oh, I love family road trips. The wind in my ears.
Good dog.
Treats in my mouth. And peace of mind, knowing we went to Les Schwab for our tires, brakes, and alignment. If we had gone to one of those cheap tire stores that don't offer those services, I'd be a doggone wreck. Like Les Schwab, my family's safety is my first priority. Well, that and treats, obviously.
Swing by or book online. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We're back here, Jeff Jones and CJ Thompson. And CJ, you've got a look at our line score for the Maniacs.
That I do. Braden Turcotte out of the leadoff spot. Of course, one of the seniors on there tonight. He was 1 for 4 with a stolen base. Joe Sperano, another one of those seniors, swung the bat well tonight. 2 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Rylan Larson, 1 for 4 with an RBI in there. Dash Barlow in the cleanup spot goes 1 for 3, walked and scored in the 5th. Devin Wentland, 0 for 1, and then Nick Drobish coming in for him goes 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Jaron Christofferson, 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double, and then he also was hit a couple of times. Bodie Howell was 1 for 3, and Loudon Cochran 0 for 3. Steve Bradbury 0 for 3 in that 9 spot.
Well, if you take a look at the Maniac lineup here, CJ, everybody somehow was able to get on base, with the exception of Loudon, who hit the ball well, just hit it right at somebody. And so we were talking about the way that he throws his hands out there, and that's exactly the way that a batting coach is going to tell you to attack those pitches. And like I said, the young man is only going to get better and better. But you look throughout this lineup, and everybody found some way to get on board, and that's exactly it. Looks the same in the score sheet, no matter if you get hit by a pitch, you walk, you hit the ball, somebody creates an error, whatever. It doesn't matter, just as long as you get bodies on board. Orofino was able to score 3 runs. They left 9 out on the base paths. And, of course, you're not going to say you're going to get every single one of those guys home. But even if you get half of those 9 guys home, it's a 7-7 ball game. And so Orofino going to have to find ways, number 1, to continue to get guys on board, and number 2, just get those guys scored. But they just ran into a very good defensive team today in the Moscow Bears, only committing 1 error.
Yeah, most definitely. And Coach Midstock is going to want to talk to his crew about limiting those defensive errors that they had early that really allowed the Bears to pull away the way that they did. I believe they had 3 runs in that first inning, picked up another 2 in the second, then another 2 spot in the 4th. So the Bears pretty consistently scoring throughout those first 4 innings, though they were held scoreless after that when Orofino did make their little run. And as you said, I think they're going to want to talk about trying to make the most of those opportunities that they did have.
Yeah, CJ, and you talk about the 3 errors Orofino had, chalk it up to jitters if you want to on senior night or whatever it is, but of those 3 errors that Orofino committed, 2 runs came across the score. You wipe those off, and again, you've got a different ball game. So, of course, you're just going to have to put this one away, file it under experience, and try to get better when May 10th comes around and district baseball starts for District 1 and 2.
Yeah, most definitely. You lost to a good ball club. Yep. That happens. Just tuck it away as learning experience, as you said, and move on, try to be better for it.
All right, CJ and I take a break. When we come back, it's the Pizza Factory Player of the Game after this.
What's new at Orofino Builder Supply? Well, everything. Come out to the Highway 12 location and take a look. Pick up a copy of the 2021 Spring Merchandise Book to see firsthand the hundreds of in-store and online items. Plus, sign up to win one of 2 $500 shopping giveaways. Use your winnings to purchase anything you find in the merchandise book. Sign up before May 31st. Complete rules and regulations can be found today at Orofino Builder Supply. Stop in.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
While we may choose to dine in a little more than past, it's nice to know when you just gotta have pizza, it's available from Orofino's Pizza Factory. Delicious and great pizza, baked spaghetti, hot wings, and the best breadsticks. Order contact-free and we'll deliver to your door or when you drive up to ours. 307 Michigan Avenue in Orofino, the Pizza Factory.
They're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Well, we're back here, a game that took 1 hour and 56 minutes in which to play. The Moscow Bears come away with a 7-3 victory over the Orofino Maniacs. It is time for that Pizza Factory player of the game, and our recipient receives a personal pizza and a medium soft drink of his choice, compliments of the Pizza Factory. CJ, you can look all up and down this starting lineup for the Maniacs, how well they played offensively and defensively, and I think you got to look at the guy who really kept Orofino in the mix in this one here.
Yeah, most definitely. It's senior night as well, so it's only fitting that a senior stepped up and swung the bat well, and he's always so consistent on the other side of the ball. Fantastic center fielder, Joe Sperano. Nice Pizza Factory player of the game at 2 for 4. Lived up to the name, Big Triple Joe, and that triple in a real big spot for them to start that rally in the third. They ended up going back to back to back after that. So congratulations, Joe, for your efforts. You're going to get another one of these certificates. Good for a personal pizza and a medium soft drink here. Choice from our good friends at the Orofino Pizza Factory. Joe, throughout the years, of course, throughout all of his sports, is pretty familiar with being the award recipient.
You know, I'm guessing that in all of the games that we have broadcast this year, and I think we've given out like 12 of these certificates this year, Joe could probably eat all 12 of those pizzas at one sitting. I mean, he just strikes me as a voracious eater.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I don't know if you've ever seen him with his shirt off, but he's pretty ripped, and it takes a lot of carbs to keep it that way.
Well, let's see here. As we wrap up the regular season here, we encourage you to keep it tuned here. Should an extra game somewhere be dropped in here, because we are 2 weeks away from district play, and should they find another contest, we will be the first to let you know when you keep it tuned here to AM 13 KLER, and we'll make sure that you're aware if we have another game. But otherwise, right now, CJ, it looks like the district tournament, May 10th at Grangeville, is when you'll be bringing the fans at home here the next Maniac baseball game. So we encourage them to listen in.
Yeah, looking forward to some postseason.
I want to thank our in-studio engineer, Phil Lamont, for his hard work at the studio. I'm Jeff Jones.
I'm CJ Thompson.
We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good afternoon.
Thank you for listening in today to another Orofino High School Athletics presentation of Maniac Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by many fine community backers, and they thank you for supporting your local kids. We hope you'll continue to listen in for more from the Maniac Diamond throughout the season. A Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation, Orofino High School Baseball, is always on your Central Idaho sports leader, AM 13 KLER.